Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Real Estate with Ryan, Mother's Day edition.
You got it.
I'm Ryan Coleman, as always, your host of Real Estate with Ryan, with my lovely co-host and mother,
Yes.
April Coleman.
Well, hello.
Happy Mother's Day early.
Thank you very much.
Good. So just a day early.
Yes,
Good.
it is.
Well, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
So, guys, this is going to be a special show for Mother's Day, and all you mothers out there listening. Real Estate with Ryan. We're going to talk about mothers, what's important, how mom has impacted you in your life, how it's helped April, how it's helped her mother, and so many mothers involved out there. All that you guys do, this show is for you. It's the least we could do, and thank you for tuning in. A little bit of rush show here in the studio. Not really sure what we're going to talk about other than Mama. We could probably go for days how much Mama does for all of us and how important Mama is in our life. So we want to dedicate this show, not just one day, as April said, 365, but today, Sunday, which is actually Saturday, day before Mother's Day. We want to thank all the mothers out there.
Yes.
We do got a little real estate that will, a couple of price reductions, a couple new listings, and then we'll get into the show.
You got it.
Take it away, boss.
All right, here we go. So we have a couple of our listings that the price has been dropped. We have Martin Mill Pike. It's been dropped to $630,000. We have Wakefield Road here in Farragut. It is now $265,000. We have new listings, Holly Lane in Kingston. We just went out there yesterday. It's an absolutely gorgeous property. They custom built it, and they did a fantastic job. It has a boat dock with a lift. It's right on the cove. It is absolutely peaceful and beautiful. So wait for it to come.
Good price on that, $675. So we're excited about that one.
Just under.
Just a custom built in secluded area. So that's going to be one to watch out for.
Yes, definitely. It's really spacious and peaceful. Love it. And then we also have another one in Kingston that's in Northbridge Close. So watch out for that one as well. It's a custom build from the builders. Gorgeous layout, absolutely stunning home. So that will be coming as well.
Such a small world that we just listed our new client's home over there in Holly Lane, and just how Murphy happens. They said, oh, we know the custom builder. They do immaculate work and perfection, a lot of detail. So our builder really has a good reputation in the community, and he just happened to have a lot that he's doing a custom build down the street.
Yes. And she said, how did you get them to come in here? They do fantastic work. So
it's all April's
really
persuasion.
Great. That's right. It was funny. So nice to hear about that. And then we also have a condo that's coming in Pigeon Forge. That's a really cute little condo that you need to stay on the lookout for. So it's coming soon as well. Now we do have a couple that have hit the market that are now active. We have Oakham Gate that is a lot in Wind River. It is gorgeous. It is right across from the golf course, and it's on the lake, so you can have a boat dock. And that you can call us for more information about that community, but it's very, very private community. It has gated access.
Wind River, right?
Yes, yeah. Wind River, restaurant, swimming pool, tennis court. It's a great community. Gorgeous, gorgeous views. Then we also have Peterson Road in Farragut that we just listed. That's literally right off of Kingston Pike in a great neighborhood that has updates galore with granite countertops and everything.
And a huge lot, almost an acre in Farragut, which is
yeah.
kind of unheard of. So.
Yes, if you want a swimming pool, then you can put one in there.
Hey, Daniel was doing work out there. He's like, it's like a football field out here. So you definitely want to check that out. In the price range, entry below Farragut's budget, it won't last long.
I know, definitely. So watch out for that one. And then two congratulations, Andy's Ridge and 367 Blacks Ferry are now under contract. And then hopefully we have some more contracts coming in.
And congratulations to Ms. Klotz on the purchase and sale of her home and her new condo. So excited to help her. And so much more. I feel like we have so much more. We can't get it all out today.
Well, next week we'll have a lot more congratulations. We're going to be filled with closings.
It's just been so busy over here at Hometown Realty, and we were just so excited and thankful for you guys for joining us on today's show. We're talking about Mama, how important that is in our Mother's Day special, and just all that mamas do. I was talking around the office, and I was chatting with some of the lovely moms in our office, and I said, what do you guys want to tell everybody on Mother's Day? And it was a good question. I said, what do you think I should talk about at the show? What should we conversate about? And Sarah in our office, she said, just don't have me do anything on Mother's Day.
Yes.
Right? So guys, if you're out there, sons, make sure you take mom out to eat. Don't have her doing anything. Do something fun. I know one of our workers that work with me, colleagues, he said that the zoo's open on Mother's Day. It's free admission. I've got a 4-year-old. She loves animals, so keep that in mind if you're little dinner.
That's what I feel like doing on Mother's Day is going
it's
to
the
the
weekend.
zoo.
It's not just on Mother's Day, but it's that Mother's Day weekend. So if the kids want to go to the zoo or something like that, you and I
The whole
both-
weekend. That'll be
Yeah,
good.
that's the whole weekend. Not just
okay.
Mother's Day.
Okay.
What do you got
Stay with
planned
her.
for Mother's Day, April?
I don't know because I forgot that it was Mother's Day. And then somebody said, "Oh, it's Mother's Day coming up." And I thought, "Oh, well, I probably need to get something for my mama." And then, "Oh yeah, I'm a mom, so it's going to be a special day for me as well."
See, that's just mamas. They always work. I think that's the biggest thing. We look at our moms and we go back to all the sacrifices that they make on a daily basis. And I think, as a little one, we have, a mom in the house and all that she does. And it's mommy, mommy, mommy. It's mommy, do this. Mommy, I need that. I need iPad. Mommy, I need to take this off. Mommy, can you do this? And then April's like, give me a break.
Literally.
But there's something special about moms. And I know as a child early on, you gravitate to your mom. And there's just something special that God has gifted mothers with a certain talent that the fathers can't give. They talk about that. And obviously our role as protectors in the house, I'm always kind of watching over Kinsley, and I'm the hawk, and kind of lying and looking around the corner. But mothers, you guys have a special talent that only a mother can do. When there's a tough time or things going down, who do you turn to? It's always mama, right?
With those boo-boos.
With the boo-boo.
You gotta stub my toe. Let me get my mama so she can kiss my toe.
Even if you're bigger, though. I mean,
That's very
as a
true.
grown adult, as a young man, I know that the first place I call was mama, right? You need something going on. I know you get, something going on in your life. You mentioned out to your mama. You said, well,
Yeah.
Mama always knows how to calm me down.
That's true.
Is that right?
That's true.
Yeah. It's just something special about mamas out there that really have a touch that nobody can replace. That's why it's a special day.
It is a special
Sometimes we get in the heat of the moment. We're also busy and things going on, and clean up your room and do this. And for everybody that's a mom out there, what you do is not unnoticed. And I think sometimes whether we're teenagers or we're young, whether we're grown adults, we forget how much sacrifice has taken on to be a mom and to raise the family.
Yes, I will say that it's kind of different. I would say, especially as a woman, when you are in the middle school, high school years, and you're going through everything that you're going through as a young girl. And I think that young girls kind of clash heads with their moms at that age. And I think that it's really interesting throughout my life that I had gone through these things, and my mom and I didn't have that great of a relationship because of me just going through all of this stuff that you go through. And then later on in life, we started to grow closer. And then we started becoming best friends. And then I thought to myself, Lord have mercy, if I have a little girl, what am I going to do if she acts like I did when I was in middle school and high school? And it's going to be rough.
Surprise.
Yes, and my mom said, payback.
Surprise.
Literally surprise and payback. So I just think about that and how special and how much I took my mom for granted because she loved and cared for me so dearly. And then I just wasn't appreciative of her. And so then it brings me back to how appreciative you need to be of your mother and know that one day you're going to be a mother and you want those feelings to be the same from your, son or daughter. So I just hope that, for Kinsley, she'll do the same for me.
Don't ever take mama for granted. I mean, there's many times that without mama's pull through, we wouldn't have got there. I know plenty of times at nights, whether it's boo-hooing or ups or down or a lost game or something was going on, mom was always there. It's something special, guys, that when mama talks to you,
Yeah,
mama puts that arm around you.
that's right.
My mom was always praying, and she was always worried about me being a young boy, always getting into something, out there running around the streets, doing something. And God bless Mama was always praying for me
Yes.
and praying for the hedge of protection around me. As a grown boy, we do the same thing. We say, Mama, we pray over protection over my daughter and my family. So there's a lot of things that Mama does, guys, as we're coming in this break that we'll take with us for generations. If you listen to our Mother's Day special, Real Estate with Ryan, Mother's Day edition, make sure you stay with us. We've got a jam-packed second half.
You got it.
When it comes to the real estate market, turn to the experts that focus on you. With over 20 years' experience, Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty knows what it takes. It's the right marketing. It's the right exposure. Ryan and April will use their expertise each step as they guide you through the home buying and selling process. Ultimately, it's about results.
You need someone you can trust that is committed to you.
You have a lot of choices, but the choice is simple. It's Hometown Realty.
Your friend promised we wouldn't be homeless.
He promised. He's doing everything to fix it.
You need to call and have him fix it now.
Hey, man.
Found us a house.
No, not yet. Let me call you back. We're working on it.
Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty.
He says he's doing the best he can do, honey.
Well, he's taken too long. I knew we should have gone with Ryan Coleman.
Choosing the right agent is never easy.
Call your hometown experts. We'll take care of all the details and make sure you don't get stuck in a motel. You're back with Real Estate with Ryan. April here and Ryan in the studios. We're talking about Mama's Day. Mama.
You got it.
You call her Mama or Mother? What did you say?
Mom.
Mommy.
Oh, what did I used to say?
Yeah.
I think I used to say mommy.
Mommy.
Now I say mom.
Mom, yeah. What does Kinsley say?
Mommy.
Mommy.
Definitely.
Mommy.
Yes, always says mommy. She's a handful, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, so we're talking about Mother's Day and all that went on, and on the other side of the break, we were chatting about that. And what about our mom's mom? Talk about your mom and her mom. She's
Yes.
still alive, right?
She is still alive.
And
Yes.
bless her, she's a sweetheart. She
just turned 90.
Is she 90 years old?
She just turned 90 in January.
What do you think one of the biggest things that your mom would say about her mom on this Happy Mother's Day?
I would say that, and we've talked about this before, that my grandmother, that she loves Jesus, and you know that she does. And she is one of the sweetest people that I've ever met. Like, I don't even know if there's a mean bone in her body. And so that's what we say about my grandmother, and that's what she said about her mom. And we've talked about it before, and I said, Mom, I just don't know anybody that's sweeter than Mama. And she said, well, I don't either. And so, well, I think something went wrong in each generation, because you're pretty sweet, but you're not as sweet as your mom. And I'm kind of sweet, but I'm just not as sweet as you. So I was like, I hope Kinsley just kind of reverts back to Mama. And she's really, really sweet like her. So.
When I met Mama, she is so kind. She reminds me a lot of my grandmother.
Yes.
Just same kind of age demographic, sweetness, just loves Jesus, just as sweet as pie. How could you not love him?
I know.
And just precious. And what I think is what you say about mamas and what I would say about my mom's grandma, speaking for my mom, that she's not with me anymore, it was they always put everybody else in front of them. Mm-hmm. I remember my uncle played for University of Tennessee. Good school that I know of.
You got it.
Right, and he played football, and he'd come in town, and I tell you what was so exciting when he was coming in town. My grandma would always get together, and it would be a big event. And so Uncle Richard's coming in town, and let's get the potato salad ready. And she would get together, and they get the house all ready and clean. And I mean, my grandma, as she was older, she suffered a little bit from diabetes, and she was really not the best on her feet. But I tell you what, when her boy came in town, was she excited?
Yeah.
And everybody was excited.
Yes.
And the amount of work and time that they would put together for them coming in just for maybe a weekend or
Right.
that time was very, very special.
Aw.
And
Love that.
a lot of love there, and I think most people don't take it for granted, or maybe we do, just not on purpose. And
Exactly.
we don't realize it. I think this weekend is just an awesome time to reflect, guys, of how much moms really do, how important they are. Life is so short. I lost my mom early on at 27, and I go in that process, and of course, there's never a day that I don't miss her or think about it. So it's always hard this time of season, and you talk about that, but what you learn from mom is those life lessons. And those life lessons are, and as a little boy, I'd always remember, always rambunctious all over things. And you say, well, what do you think the biggest thing that you would learn from your mom? And I say, looking back at that, I said, well, that's a good question. There's so much other than to stay out of trouble was the biggest thing. But I think, kind of the golden rule, my mom was big on that. And she was like, treat people how they want to be treated.
That's true.
And we all get into the pressures of life, and we're so busy doing it. And sometimes, we can spark at each other. We could, we get busy, we bark at our children, and we bark at somebody else. And so, we got to understand that, take that time, and what you give is what you get back. And I think that was always a good statement. A lot of my mom, just like your mom, they were big on family, big on family. And, but I think the biggest thing, probably the biggest thing that my mom could have gave me, and I think that we probably pass on to our daughter, and hopefully she'll pass on to her family, was that unconditional love. And really what mamas do. And I mean, it just doesn't matter what you do. And gosh knows I've always been into all kinds of stuff, from if you're
both.
wild as a boy, getting into trouble, hanging with the wrong crowd, maybe not listening to her a lot, right? And you think about that unconditional love, what mom really does, and how she loves you. Sometimes, April, I'm not on the love list. Not all the time,
yeah.
but you know what? She never let you down.
Right.
And no matter what, she'd always forgive you.
Yep, that's true.
And you could always count on her and how much she loves you. I think that's what I try to do to my child. No matter what she does, I love her unconditional.
Right, and we tell her that.
And she gets lots of sugar.
Yeah,
Right,
she
right.
does.
I think that's another big thing. Everybody's different, but one of the biggest things before my mom went to be along was I was always able to have that relationship with her, and there was never a question of how much we loved each other. So it was I think we always were able to keep that together, and so there was never, well, did I say this or didn't say that?
Right.
So my daughter, a lot. We get tons of sugar. She may get extra sugar, but that's okay because there's plenty of it.
Exactly.
And my daughter's so sweet. So she says, "Daddy, I got a surprise for you." I said, "What kind of surprise do you?" "I'm going to give you all the love."
That's what she says. Yeah.
I give you all the love.
Yeah.
I said, Daddy will take all the love. And how special is that?
Yes. Just try to form her into a very loving, sweet young lady where when she grows up one day, she will be the same way with her children, and just to be that kind mother.
You think about it, though, how much generations have impacted. And although your grandmother, my mom's grandmother, my mom, and I was telling my wife this of some of the things that we see in our life. And we talk about it, and not to get into scripture or whatever, but hey, this is my show, so it's okay.
You can do whatever you want.
But I mean, you talk about those generational blessings, and it's so much how that our grandmother and mother prior to us have paved the way. All the work, and I mean, your grandmother was working at like 80 some years old.
She was.
But all that has passed on to generations. So much of that favor that's helped us in our life, so much that my mom went through, I know that we're seeing those blessings, and that our family and my daughter will see that. So pretty strong stuff. When you see it and you hear it and you say, well, but when you see some of that really play out in your life, it's very, it's kind of emotional there.
I know.
Yeah,
it is.
God is good. God is good.
Definitely.
I do want to talk about something before we get too far in the show. I've got a very good friend on Mother's Day. It's a very hard time. And I have a good friend that moved to Tennessee. His mother is going through a lot of pain and sorrow, and has over the last 5 or 7 years. Good friend of mine, best friend, almost like my brother, unfortunately committed suicide in my house first couple of years I was here. He was struggling with some pain and some different sorrow and some different relationship things, and unfortunately decided to take his life. Very, very sad. But unfortunately, suicide is real, and all that goes on in that. And so we're so sorry for him and his family at that time. But his mom, on this time during Mother's Day, he has 2 brothers, a sister, and grandchildren that hopefully that can get reunited again. But prayers with her and Ollie Calhoun, how much she's meant to our family. And I was growing up, Ollie was kind of like a second mother to us, you know, me being the young boys, we'd always be running around getting into something. And my two moms they always start praying for each other. Like, oh boy, Ryan and Jamie are going to go out there, get into something. Where are they? It's late night. You know, it's different
Start
when you have a
praying.
daughter and young boys are out. And, you know, we were always getting into something, doing something, but you know, those prayers and those blessings always came back on us. And there's power in us mothers, the mothers actually praying for everybody. And so big thanks and special thanks and to Ollie for a Mother's Day. I know it's a hard Mother's Day, and it's never easy, whether you've lost a mother recently, whether it's been years ago. I have a good friend that we used to work with the title company. She's getting on up in age, still spunky as ever, sweetheart. She said, Ryan, I lost my mother at a very late age. And she says, Ryan, there's not a day that goes by that the tears don't come in and how much I miss Mama. And Ryan, she said, the pain will never go away. Always miss Mama. But I think as we wind the show down, we talk about Mama, how much she does. You guys have Mom here, how much she brings to the table, how special she is. And for you guys that don't have Mom here, she's in heaven and watching down, proud of you guys and all that you've done and carrying that generation legacy. What do you want to say as we close on as mamas out there? As the mamas out there.
Just remember your moms and give them whatever they want on that special day. If they want to break and do nothing, just let them do nothing.
Special Mother's Day.
Whatever they
Just
want.
spend time with them, guys. Just take some time and let them know how important they are. I think that's the biggest thing.
Definitely.
As we're going to ride out here to the song, we appreciate you guys staying us. Real Estate with Ryan. You know where to find us every Saturday. You guys take care.